All right, good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me just move this. All right, we're on. Good morning, guys. Happy Monday, everyone. Gold ripping, yeah, gold ripping. Got some fresh XFAs ready to eat. Nice, nice, nice. Ready for the week ahead. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Happy Monday, everyone. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Ready for another week back in the markets. Audio, video good. Awesome. Thank you, man. Welcome back, everyone. Good morning, guys. If any guys are new here, welcome. My name is Aaron, also known as Aaron Trades. I've been trading for the past 7 years and mainly focus on gold futures here in the European session. So I hope everyone had an amazing weekend. We are coming up to almost the close of September, and gold's getting some big volume right into that monthly close. So we have 2 days until this monthly candle is going to close, and holy, look at this! Looks like some sort of crypto chart. Look at this. This is absolutely insane on gold. Gold almost back at 38. So not almost back. Gold almost at 38.50. which is huge, absolutely huge. Big moves on gold in Asia today. I've never really traded Asia too much during Mondays, but yeah, gold has had some plays. Good morning, everyone. Zoom guys, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. Anyone take these? Anyone take any Asia trades here today? Asia's been on a look at this for an Asia run here today. Asia 1 a.m. even here. Look, fake outs at the open, broke back above, held 3,800. Look at this. Crazy runs. These were our liquidity levels from last week as well. Last week we were trying to get these nice longs up. Took all the way until Asia here today to finally have the move, and gold right back at huge all-time highs. I tried short and got smacked. Yeah, gold's been on a huge run. I mean, shorts were a pullback, you know, maybe around here, maybe you could have seen that, but yeah, I guess as soon as you start breaking back above that 3,800 level, it's just non-stop buying. Across 4 combines and past them all. Wow, let's have a look at this. Amazing, look at that, man. That's huge. So you guys on YouTube, you've got Clay's in the Zoom chat that has just passed 4 combines with some amazing Asia gold buys. That's incredible, man. What a way to start the week. Great way to start the week. Good job, man. Good job. Hey, Coach Robert, appreciate you tuning in. Heading to bed shortly, and your Topstep segment popped up, so I wanted to say hello. Hello to you too. Appreciate you tuning in. I know it's late there, so thank you for stopping by. What time is it there? I imagine it's what, 11, 12 at night? It's 8:30 in the morning here for me, so appreciate you stopping by and saying hello. Good to have you tuning in. Cheers, broski. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Good job, Clays. 4 combines passed on a Monday in Asia is absolutely fantastic, man. Absolutely amazing. Got a nice little 15-minute push, grabbing into the previous highs. Yes, I mean, again, still, Nick, Asia on a Monday to get a piece of the pie is fantastic, man. That's the thing, you know, you see this move up in Asia, and you're like, oh, damn, like, you know, 400 ticks on the cards. But, you know, even if you got your piece of it, you know, you're not going to buy here and get out here. But as long as you got your piece of this move up, fantastic. That's what we're here to do. Wow, look at this. Caught 160 ticks in Asia. Went with micros. Damn. You guys are giving me FOMO of Asia. I'm gonna have to start staying up all night here in Europe and start trading Asia with you guys. This is a phenomenal run here. Now, before we do anything, guys, let's have a look at the news for the week. Before we start diving into these markets, let me just have a look here. So today is Monday the 29th. Tomorrow is the final trading day of September, which means Friday we do have that non-farm payroll fund coming up. So we have nothing on the calendar today. Tomorrow, 5:30 London time, we do have some Australian dollar RBA rate statements. US dollar JOLTS job openings tomorrow at 3 p.m. London time. Wednesday, we have ADP non-farm employment changes with PMI as well at 3 p.m. London time. And then on Thursday, unemployment claims, and then on Friday, the big NFP. So lots coming up this week, guys. NFP will be, of course, the big one. We do also have month end as well. So it's not very often I do check my monthly candle closures, but you know, when you're about 2 days away from the candle close, it's worth having a look and zooming out back to your higher time frame. I mean, there's not really too much to say on gold on the higher time frame other than we have been absolutely ripping. Look at this. Huge closure here in August, broke back above major all-time high resistance and has just been absolutely non-stop. This is can I look at the yearly chart? No, I can't look at the yearly chart. Let me just see how much gold is actually up this year. We'll have a look at NQ as well, guys. We'll have a look at NQ, we'll have a look at ES. We can break down some currencies. Gold's at all-time high, so we'll keep it short and sweet on gold. If we do get some pullbacks, great, we'll continue buying, but we will have a look at some other markets instead. Now, gold this year, almost very close to 40%. 40% for gold. Insane. So let's have a look. We look like we got a pretty clear calendar for the day so far. You know, last week, how did we close last week? Again, still very bullish. You know, gold's pretty much just had no pullbacks at all. since the 18th of August, we've just been absolutely on a phenomenal run. You can ignore this text on the side, guys. I need to update this. This was my previous weekly and daily support levels, but we're just drawing on new levels pretty much every other day here on gold because we have been having such amazing moves. Let me just move this here. So, I mean, again, look how much we, last week on gold, if you guys remember, we were calling some very nice longs on gold back up into these liquidity levels. So this was our liquidity levels from last week. We took some nice buys on, I think, some nice buys on Thursday, some nice buys on Wednesday, I believe. Friday had some nice buys, and then we had some nice buys together on Thursday. And I believe we had some nice buys last week on Tuesday as well. So we had some pretty decent trades on stream last week. But this is the move that we were trying to capture last week. This is the move that I was anticipating because you had so many all-time highs. You guys know the way I like to trade. What did we have coming down here? We had a major trend line. Now, to me, I look at these trend lines as opportunities to buy up into because we know what does everyone try and do? They try and short these third touch of trend lines, looking for these huge plays back down. But you guys who have been shooting it for long enough know the way that we trade these trend lines is we're looking to buy up into where most people are trying to sell. And we're trying to squeeze out any early people in the markets, and that's what gold absolutely loves to do. So you can take the trend line, you can mark on the highest points, and they become your liquidity levels. And then that's when you get this amazing push up. So you did have a nice run up here on Friday, kind of ranged, pull back, broke out here in Asia, retested that 3,800 level, and have had a huge push up. Now again, gold being at these price discovery levels, which is all-time highs, it does get a little bit tricky because it's not a level where you want to be shorting because you don't want to be the first one in the market trying to call tops. And it's also not really an area where I would want to be buying. Now, why would I not want to be buying here? Like I can see gold here is very likely going to tap into this 3850 level. But if I buy here, not only do I not have a risk to reward, but I'm also trying to buy it off the back of a 500 tick push up in Asia, which is insane. Any guys who have been trading gold for a couple of years, 500 ticks in an Asian session is absolutely unheard of. I mean, 500 ticks in a day, that's a huge day. We've already done it, 7 hours into this trading day. Gold's already up 500 ticks. So patience will be required here today on gold. The approach here is very simple. Let it peak all-time highs. We'll let it pull back, grab some lows, look for some morning stars, maybe some fake out plays, and then we'll continue buying. You did have some pretty decent amount of fake out opportunities today here in Asia, actually. You had these nice fake out buys. You break below the support. So that was more so towards very early at the open. You break below support, brings in sellers, tag lows, break back above. Cool, there's your longs. Exactly the same thing here again. You break below, you hold this 3,800, you break above. Cool, more longs. So we pretty much want to be looking for the exact same thing. Some pullbacks, some bearish closures, some fake out opportunities, and then more buying. Pretty much exactly here. This is the trade we took together last week on Thursday. 30-minute fake out buys. We pretty much want to be looking for the exact same thing. So gold all-time highs, guys. We will look at some other markets instead. NQ also having a very nice pullback. Yeah, we spoke about NQ coming for a pullback. We had some nice liquidity levels last week. And we do have a very nice trend line coming down here as well. Very similar to gold. Especially, look at this. Where do you bounce from? You bounce right from that third touch of trend line. Now, where do people have stops? Probably sitting above this second touch. So for me, NQ does still have some room to come much higher here. You've got potential longs on NQ up into 24,920-ish. 24, where's 24? Call it 24,900. Probably looks like a nice psychological level. 24,900. Let's mark that on there. Let me make this 50%. So there is still room for NQ to squeeze higher. In the long right now, nice. Where did you get in from, man? I mean, you're already getting it. Look at this. Already getting a great pre-London move here. You just tag lows, close bullish. You're already squeezing higher. So we do have London open in about 14 minutes. And we're trying to see if we can get maybe a quick little pullback on NQ. And then see if you can run NQ up higher. This looks like a very, very nice move. Look at this again. Look at this move in Asia. Huge, huge, huge move. And this is, you know, this is something that gold also loves to do. Look at this price action here on NQ. How many times do you think, you know, this would have brought in so many sellers? You see these candles getting smaller and smaller and smaller. NQ, same as gold. If you don't break out, don't fight it, because you keep going higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. So lovely, lovely run up here on NQ. If you can get a pullback for London Open, great. There's potential to see NQ going higher, but again, you know, it's only Monday morning. We got plenty of time, but you're already having a very nice move here. So don't chase just yet. I thought it didn't close for a fake out continuation. That seems pretty logical, man. I like that. But got out. So you had a 15-minute. Oh, this one, or this one. Oh, to be fair, there was two nice 15-minute morning stars here. Nice 15-minute morning star here at 6 a.m. Then amazing. Look at this. This would have been beautiful. Look at this morning star play. What time is this? So this candle formed at 7 a.m. London time. So 7:15. Lovely buys. Yeah, nice. Yeah, nice. You guys got the same trade. Beautiful. You probably already, what's that? Almost 30 points already. Great. You guys already. There's your NQ play for the day. We need to start getting on these. Sessions earlier. I may try and bring back pre-London stream soon. It's a very, very, very nice pre-London moves. Look at that. Beautiful morning star. Nice 30-minute fake out confirmation. Didn't quite close above, so yeah, probably good to manage at these highs. You may not have got this squeeze, but you probably still would have got a decent little scalp in here. Nice push. We can get a little bit of a pullback here in NQ. There's still room to squeeze this higher. 24,900. This big resistance here. I feel like we can get pretty drawn to this area. From here to here, though, you know, 20 points, I mean, it's not bad. But where would I be risking? What, somewhere down here? So risk reward is not there quite yet. But if we can pull back, amazing. And remember, guys, like I say, you know, it is Monday. Gold's already up 500 ticks. NQ's already have an amazing move. It's the final 2 trading days of September. So if you have had a good September, which is why I would say to you guys, you know, remember to zoom out. Don't be so focused on what happens day to day. If you look back and you've had a great September, take a step back. You know, even fire up a combine if you really want to. I'll probably be trading a combine here today. I don't need to give any back. I don't need to give any gains back from September just because I have the urge to want to take a trade. If I get a trade, you know, I'll take it on gold. But if there's nothing that's super high quality, well, you know, it's Monday. I'll accept it and trade a combine. Yeah, nice. I like that. I like that. Probably end up just sitting around today. Preserve capital. No point trading silly. Exactly, man. Because that's kind of what most people do is they have a great month and then they can just ruin their month with like 1 day of bad trading. Or when you're 2 days away from the monthly close, gold's at all-time highs, NQ's already having a huge run. Don't let them emotions slip in. Or if you do feel the emotions, like I say to you guys, you know, it's okay to feel emotional and feel, you know, market emotions, but what you do with them emotions is what's important. So don't, you know, if you feel a bit of FOMO right now because gold's having a big push up, like me, maybe I feel a bit of FOMO right now because, you know, gold's already ripped up 500 ticks. I think very logically, what are my options? I can FOMO and I can fight it, or I can accept it and wait. I would rather accept it and wait and always remind myself that that next trade is always right around the corner. Do I trade at 2:30 London time? No, therefore this isn't my trade, therefore there's no reason to even have FOMO. This isn't within my plan. You have to think, always got to remember to think logically. Now we have the London Open in about 10 minutes here, guys, so we'll look at some other currencies, you know, been having some, anything else you guys are looking at, feel free to send it over. It doesn't have to just be gold and NQ, we can look at some other markets here. Oh, look at this. Euro ended up having a nice bounce off that support. Very, very, very nice. Let me just have a look here. Let me see. You guys on YouTube, 500 plus people tuned in. Remember to drop a like for the Topstep stream as well. We'll be here all week. We had some great trades last week. And we'll be looking to get some great trades here again this week. Let's have a look at the... Let's have a look at the euro. Let me just get this on. So now the euro has been at a pretty tough area. I remember some of you guys were saying, you know, should we sell the euro down here? And I said to you guys, it's not really a level where you want to be selling because you're at major support. you also look at the weekly time frame, the euro has been trapped. You know, we called these amazing longs up here on euro to come up for this massive liquidity grab. Well, that's exactly what we did. But now if we look at the euro from a neutral perspective, and this is the weekly time frame, the euro has been stuck in this range pretty much since July. You've been in a huge range. Look at these weekly candles. There's no real direction here. The only thing I do like here on the euro, let me have a quick look at the monthly. Yeah, to me this looks like a potential evening star shaping up for some potential sells on the euro. US dollar strength. Now, the only thing I kind of do like here on the euro is you have much deeper support down here at, let's say, 1.167. You have, where are we? Sorry. You've had a huge liquidity grab that we actually called longs up into. So you've had a massive liquidity grab above the previous highs, which is what the euro loves to do. To me, this looks like we're trying to form a potential big head and shoulders for a pullback to then maybe get some selling. Last week's lows would also be a level of interest. Just remember that with the euro, you know, the weekly is at a pretty tricky area, and we do also have NFP this week. But from what I would be seeing right now in the euro, coming up in some big intraday resistance, I would potentially be looking for shorts into this daily open, because there's also no bottom wick. So daily open is here on the euro. Let me just mark this on here. You've also got that potential retest of that 1.175 level, which could even act as a sort of left shoulder head, inverse head and shoulders to get that pullback before then getting them shorts. So you do have potential shorts on the euro shaping up here. Out of gold, NQ, and the euro that we've looked at so far this morning, potential euro sells coming in for a bit of a pullback into that current daily open that has no bottom wick. Do the same strategies from NQ to gold. Yeah, pretty much the exact same principles. They just might move a little bit different on the lower time frame, but yeah, same liquidity idea, same fake out idea, same morning and evening start idea. Definitely, you kind of see them fake out opportunities happen a lot on NQ. Check Bitcoin. Yeah, let's have a look at Bitcoin. What's Bitcoin been up to? I know you were having a bit of a sell-off on Bitcoin. Where did you get to? So Bitcoin got back to what, 110,000? Let's have a look. Remember, have a quick look at your monthly time frame, guys. We're not swing trading, but it's worth having a quick look. Like we look at this on the monthly time frame here. To me, this looks like you want to have a much deeper pullback, back down into at least 100. Potential pullbacks on Bitcoin back down into 100k. You had this very nice monthly fake out of 115,000. You couldn't hold above. You also couldn't break above 120. Ended up closing right back below. So to me, if this monthly time frame in the next, what do we have, 2 days until it closes, or wicks back down, this could end up coming down for a pretty decent retracement here, and you could be looking for a pretty nice short on the higher time frame here on Bitcoin. Now lower time frame, let's have a look. What did we do last week? So last week we did close pretty bearish. Again, look how much price we've done here already. Again, same as Europe, you're watching this opening price would potentially come down into. You had this decent gap up, squeezing higher, see if you can find some resistance for a potential pullback. But I want to get short here. Let me see. So what do we have? I've just had some nice resistance here. We are holding some pretty decent intraday support here though. 112,000 looks like some pretty decent support levels. You know, from here all the way back down to 112 looks like some pretty big support. But if you can break back lower, I would look for a potential gap fill here on Bitcoin. Be watching for Bitcoin shorts. Not yet though. This is very strong support. Regardless of if we want price to come down, this is very big support. So what we want and what are going to happen is two very different things. Strat on stocks also the same. Now stocks are completely different. The stock technical analysis is extremely basic. Extremely basic. Just buying good companies with good fundamentals at good levels. The technicals on stocks it takes very, very, very little time. I'm not really analyzing a price action on stocks. I'm just buying, like I say, good companies at good levels. Check the Dow. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let me just get up my currency chart here as well for gold. Just have a look. Yeah, currency chart on gold breaking back above 3,800. A lot of room to squeeze into 3,850. But to be honest, I look at this currency chart on gold. I'm just looking at this currency chart on the hourly time frame. It looks like you want a bit of a pullback. Let's have a look here on the Dow. So let's go Dow. So you had a nice pullback into this support. Came down and tagged these lows that we spoke about last week. Found some very, very nice support. So if you guys were here last week, what did we say? Let me get rid of this. What did we say about the Dow? We said this would be a level where you've got a lot of people trying to buy. Look at this new leg higher, sitting some stops down just below. So what does the Dow do? Comes down, grabs the lows, now you start breaking back above. So your idea on the Dow is to short into the support before then seeing this long. Now, with where we are, this is a pretty big make or break level here. That was that previous big fake out level. You broke above, you broke right back below, retested and squeezed lower. So is this going to hold? I'm going to have a pullback, or are we going to break it and squeeze higher? Big make or break level right now. You kind of see you had this nice level that got respected, broke it, retested, pushed lower, broke above, held it, squeezing higher. So the buyers, as of right now, are definitely in control here. You're also going to get this pre-London decent breakout here. So maybe you could be coming up to squeeze these highs from New York Open on the 24th of September. You're getting a nice, again, kind of similar to NQ. You've already had a very, look at this beautiful. I don't trade the Dow very often, but look at this, following the exact same plan. You break below the support, you tag the lows, you break right back above, there's your fake out opportunity, there's your long. So if you can get a little bit of a pullback here at the London Open, I'm going to be looking for longs. Potential longs here on the Dow. Gold's trying to find some resistance. It's not a market I just want to jump in sells, of course, but a pullback is very necessary here on gold. But does it have to happen right now? Of course not. Just because we want to see a pullback, that's where most people go wrong on gold. They always end up trying to trade what they think is going to happen. You know, I think gold can come for a bit of a pullback, but until I get a bearish confirmation confirming that what I'm thinking is potentially correct, well, then I won't react off what I think. And gold is absolutely not the market to trade what you think. If gold's going higher, gold's going higher. If we get a bit of a breakdown and, you know, pull back, then cool. Potential for shorts, but yeah, gold's a little bit tricky up here, guys. London Open in 1 minute. Silver is also on its way to all-time highs. Nice. We'll have like a silver here. We got this London Open candle coming in. Look at this run. Since 2 a.m. London time, just non-stop. And these candles right here, this is what loves to trap in any early sellers. But the thing is with shorting from here, you know, if we bring this across, let me just bring this across so I can actually show you guys. And this is what gold loves to do. And it's pretty much the exact same thing that NQ has been doing for this whole run up. We got time here, guys. I just want to have a look at this quickly. So, where are we? Let's go back to the hourly. Let me go here. So this is where everyone loves to get trapped into the shorts. You know, just because you see a candle grab highs and close doji doesn't mean it's time to short. Now, why would I not sell gold here? Well, what have you done? So yes, you have tagged all-time highs, absolutely. But you've also broken above the all-time highs, and you also have support right here. You've broken above, you have support right here. So a lot of people, you know, will start selling here on gold because they missed this move up, and they're frustrated that they missed this move up. So like, you know what? I'm going to get my own back on the markets. I'm going to short here, and gold's finally going to have that big retracement, and I'm going to jump into what I think is going to happen as opposed to trading what's right in front of me. And what's right in front of me is prices closing bullish, pulling back, another leg higher. So the reason to not short here is because you're shorting right into support. You're also shorting right into support, and you're also shorting at a brand new all-time high. And that's the exact way to not trade all-time highs. And this is also another thing is when gold ends up having that next leg higher, not only do you miss the continuation buy opportunity because you're so focused on sells, it's one of them trades where, you know, if you try and trade all-time highs and you try and short all-time highs and it keeps pushing higher, that's going to be a tilt trigger. And you're going to look back at that trade and go, well, why on earth was I trying to sell there? I tried to short just because I wanted something to happen. Whereas if I stick to trading what's right in front of me and I look for these continuation trades until the higher time frame tells me otherwise, my life is going to be a lot easier. So it's the exact reason to have not shorted this. I think you would have got a lot of people here, pre-London, 4 a.m. London time, towards the end of Asia, trying to call early sells here. And that is exactly what not to do. So London open here, guys, you have still closed very bullish here. Gold is still breaking higher. Now, I just want to see a little bit of a pullback to be able to long this up into 38.50. I unfortunately can't justify longs this high. You know, we've already pushed this much. I don't really want to be pulling, jumping in longs just yet. If we get maybe a bit of a 30-minute liquidity grab, you know, kind of like here, you come down, tag previous 30 lows, and then break back higher, great. If we can do something like that, pull back, tag some lows, find support, then amazing. I'll see if we can get gold higher. NQ, let's see, NQ, nice hourly close here on NQ. Tag the lows, close nice and bullish, instant pullback. Potential longs here on NQ actually. 50 minutes tagged highs bearish, having a bit of a pullback. Let's see if this area can hold here on NQ for potential longs. Potential longs on NQ back up into this bigger area up here. If I do trade NQ, guys, I will be switching to a combine. Oh yeah, someone said silver. Let's have a look at silver. Daily time, yeah, silver. Look at this. Huge run here. Massive run. Again, a very brief, quick look at that monthly time frame. Insane run. Crazy run. Massive move here in Asia as well. Not as overextended as gold. You know, at least you're not peaking all-time highs here in silver. So you do have these all-time highs. Asia resistance here as well. If you can get maybe a little bit of a pullback into these lows, you could play this range. Potential longs down below here before buying up into the highs. I do think NQ intraday is looking potentially nicer. One to watch here on NQ is if, again say if, because it doesn't have to happen, but if you do start having some 30-minute closures back below this level, there's also potential to have a retracement. It's not the easiest of markets to read so far this morning, guys, given that you have already had these absolutely amazing moves. But remember, it's only Monday morning. We absolutely have all week here. There's no need to force trades or rush trades. You know, if we get set up, amazing, we'll take it, but don't force it. We have plenty of time. If we find some support here on NQ, there may be a little bit of a scalp. But let's see, this is a pretty heavy push down so far, right at the London Open. What's going to be the big day? Yeah, NFP on Friday. Tuesday should be a pretty good day. Joel told us at 3 o'clock. Yeah, we'll see. Let's see what we get for the week. It's probably been. I think it might be the biggest month that we've ever seen on gold. Look at this candle. This is just. In all my years of trading gold, maybe one of the most insane monthly candles I think I've ever seen. Or if not the most insane past 2 months I've ever seen. Like, look at this. This is just absolutely nuts. In 2 months, gold's gone from being 3,300 to 3,800. 15% in 2 months. That is insane. Absolutely insane. This is why gold is not the market to try and fight. Finding some resistance here though. If we can pull back on gold, maybe back down to this 38.40 level, there's a potential for longs here. Potential for longs. NQ still breaking lower. If I was to flip the bias to shorts on NQ, it'd be once you actually get at least a 15-minute breakout. You're currently tagging previous 30-minute lows here. You're in at previous 30-minute lows. 5 minutes just closed bearish, so unless you have a morning star play or a fake out, we'll see. Look at this nice 5-minute fake out here. 15-minute morning star play here. 15-minute morning star, 5-minute kind of morning star and fake out as well. Something similar to this. If not, don't try and call the bottom here. Let's have a look at the pound. Pound again, same as the euro, kind of in a big make or break level for the pound. Pound sells do look good here actually. Look at this. You came up, you tagged them nice. Again, liquidity highs that we spoke about. You came down, tagged the lows. Having a pretty steep pullback here. Nice thing about pound compared to the euros, you came down, tagged the lows, held support, and breaking back higher. But again, you're coming into some big make or break levels. I wouldn't be too surprised to see the pound potentially find some resistance around here. Look at these lovely levels here. Sellers jump in here, you pull back, buy up into them, you come down, tag the lows. Lovely breakout from there as well. Pound and the euro pretty much follow the exact same principles as gold. It loves to come up and tag them previous highs or lows. The only thing with pound and the euros, I don't really intraday trade them much. I used to swing trade these currencies a lot. I've never really day traded them. Let's have a look here on copper. How did copper close last week? Big rejection here on copper. You do have, let me just bring this level down a little bit. We got $5 resistance right here. So you may squeeze up a little bit higher. Why do you switch from swing trading to day trading? It was actually during 2020 times, man, when everything shut down. Swing trading was very, very difficult for a good amount of months. So it's only during them times I was like, let me just see if I can switch to day trading more. So yeah, I was swing trading currencies for like, I don't know, 3 years or something, 3-4 years, and then slowly transitioned down to lower time frame trading. I love doing both, to be honest. You know, I still swing trade gold, I still day trade gold, swing trade stocks. Yeah, less stressful too with the uncertainty. Absolutely. I mean, you know, a lot of people think swing trading is great. It gives you that freedom, which is true. You know, you can take a trade and you can hold it for a good couple of days. But there's also a lot of stress that comes with that. Like, it's very hard to switch off when you're always in a position that's running. Or you could be in a trade for like a good couple of days, ends up coming right back down to break even. So, yeah, going to bed with the position is rough. Yeah, 100%. So that's why I like to do both. I'll still take swing trades on gold, and I'll still day trade it as well. But I like day trading though, and I'm in and out, and I don't really have to worry too much. Are you trading NQ during the London session? Personally, I don't really trade it much, but it has had some very nice moves in the London session recently. We've seen some very, very nice London moves here. I mean, you can even see here, pre-London, you've already had, this is a beautiful 15-minute morning star play. You know, almost a 30-point move there. So, I personally pretty much just trade gold like 90% of the time. I'll briefly have a look at NQ, but if I was going to take an NQ trade here, I would I'd fire up on a combine. It looks like you might going to get a bit of a fake out here in NQ. You might get some shorts. Funky dreams, yeah, absolutely. But it's good to do both. It's good to do both. It's kind of good to do whatever suits your guys' needs. And the good thing about the way we trade gold is you can trade gold on the 5-minute or you can trade gold on the daily and 4-hourly. Our plan works on all time frames. Oh, nice. Look at this. Caught a 10-point move into a double top liquidity hours ago. Amazing, man. Amazing. Your way of looking at the market has changed my trading for the better. Thank you, brother. Absolutely amazing, man. That's what we love to hear. Amazing. Are you opening a Traders Club on the list? Yes, Stephen, absolutely, man, absolutely. It'll very likely be tomorrow. But if you're on the list, yeah, stay tuned, man. It'll be coming tomorrow, man. Absolutely. First 15-minute close coming in here. NQ having a little bit of a pullback. Gold being gold. Max allocation. I did lose a 150 recently, but I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have 2 combines in the works as well. Usually I'm copy trading these, like I was copy trading 3 accounts last week, but I turned off the trade copier Friday and today, and I'm not really going to switch it back on until probably tomorrow. But I'm typically copying at least 2 to 3 accounts here on Topstep. I'll copy trade the combines as well. What's my balance in this combine? Got 3,000 in this combine, so another 3,000 to go, which I'll see if we get this week or next week, and go from there. Try and copy trade, at least 3 to 400s. That's the plan. Oh, look at this. Gold finding some nice, NQ finding some nice support here, guys. Potential 5-minute fake out shaping up here in NQ. Tag in lows, you get nice breakout. I may see if we can get long. That's a nice, what's that? Decent stop. What do you have up into the highs? Potential 30 points. Look at this. Nice. NQ's following the plan so far here. Gold's starting to find some support, but to be honest, I like NQ much more here. I like NQ much more because NQ's nowhere near all-time highs. And you have a much nicer range to play here. Whereas on gold, you're working with this little range. Like gold from here up into 3850s, like 20 ticks. Whereas NQ, this range is looking much nicer. So we've got 2 minutes here, first 15-minute close. Want to see that first 15 close? If we wick back above here, potential longs. But again, in 2 minutes, anything can happen. So let's actually wait for that. I'm a better trader. Thanks for all your help. Amazing. That's what we love to hear. Appreciate you tuning in and sharing. That's what these streams are all about. You don't want to, join here and just try and copy every time I press buy and sell. Same as all the Topstep streams here. And you guys want to be learning the reasons behind the trade and tuning in and becoming a better trader every single day. And so becoming a better trader is what we absolutely love to hear. Get better each day and each week, with every win and loss that comes from the markets. Points on stocks. NQ, if you measure like this figure here is points. Whereas on gold, for day trading, I prefer to measure it in ticks, which is this. So on gold, it's $10 per tick. Because the point moves on gold are minor compared to the tick amount. Like this is this here on gold, like this is a huge push, massive push. But if you look at saying 26 points, it doesn't sound like much. But when you look at ticks, it's much more relatable. Whereas NQ, if you measure that big of a move, it'll be huge. For NQ, I don't actually know, man. I'm not too sure. I don't trade it enough. NQ shaping up here. Let's see. Do you use any RSI as other parts of indicator? No, I don't use anything. All you see on my charts right here is exactly what I use here, man. Exactly what I use. Let's see if we get long here at NQ on this. This account half risk. Let me go MNQ. If we get a little bit of pullback, I might see if take a forward test here at NQ just on a combine. Do you find any days to be particularly high or low in your win rate? No, not really, to be honest, man. Not really. I used to find Mondays used to be my worst day, but that's because I would be more emotional from the weekend. Be ready to jump in. And I'd just start chasing trades just because I hadn't traded for the weekend. But that was more of an emotional thing as opposed to something that was coming from the markets. But not really too much. Sometimes Fridays can be a little bit funny. But no, I don't really find that much. So you just had this nice bounce here at NQ. Tagged lows, closed nice and bullish. Maybe a potential potential long here. Look at that, nice 30-minute, 15-minute trying to hold some support. We pull back a little bit, potential for a buy stop here in NQ. Remember guys, I'm only trading I don't trade NQ enough to want to trade it on my fund account, so I'm going to take a little combine. Let's see. Two different charts. You can have as many here as you want here on Topstep. I've got it set to this 2, so I can just alt here. And I usually have my micro chart here, and I have my gold chart here. If you hold down alt and click on the chart, then you can just flick between the 2, or you can also click tab and you can scroll between the 2. Hit the 8 charts. Yeah. If I can hack that many, where's that? Yeah, I might start. Maybe we'll just start coming on stream like this. This will really get you guys awake in the morning. And you can set them to whatever you want, you know, because I don't have them linked, then I can have them as 2 separate charts. If you jump on and they're set and you can't change it, you just remember to change the link. Cool, I'm gonna do a little buy here on NQ. Let's go somewhere down here. Let's see if this can have a nice leg higher. It's just a little forward test here on NQ, guys. Just playing a combine here. Like I say, I don't trade NQ enough to want to go in full risk on an X of A. But let's see if there's a 30-minute support can hold. Let's make sure we're not missing anything on Goldie. I don't think you're going to miss much on Goldie today. No, Goldie just tagged the all-time highs again. Gold's kind of trapped here. Where are we? Hi Aaron, if you will buy at that high entry, why not buy it now when it is lower? Because I'm trading a buy stop. It's just like saying, well, why didn't you buy it when it was down here? Well, because I didn't know it was going to bounce from here. I let the market show me that this support is going to hold by seeing this bullish candle, then I'll take my trade. It's just like, well, why didn't you buy here and why didn't you sell here? It's because I don't know it's going to bounce from here. So I'll let the market show me that this support's being held by some just, simple 5-minute bullish closure, also 15-minute candle closure, and then I'll take the break of the high. Because there's nothing to say this candle couldn't have just kept pushing down like it was. But if I put in the buy stop, if it doesn't flip bullish, then I don't get tagged in the trade, therefore I don't take the loss. But when I put in a buy stop, I'm basically buying if price can re-break that level. It will save you a lot of losses, because if price just kept pushing down, then my buy stop wouldn't get activated. I would just cancel the trade. But if I put in a buy stop, once it re-breaks the high, if it can re-break the high, cool, you'll see if you can get a nice push. If it can't re-break the high, then I just cancel the buy stop. So it kind of saves me a lot of losses and a lot of unnecessary trades. Saves you getting trapped in too many ranges. Let's see this 5. See if you can break out here on NQ. Get that volume. Bitcoin, you've already had a look at Bitcoin, man. Be sure to just, you can just scroll back just a couple of minutes. Add a quick higher time frame look at Bitcoin. What's this 30 looking like on NQ? Trying to hold the support. 15. Not showing too much. It's just a little forward test here as well, guys, remember. Because we've got Goldie at the all-time high, so gold's going to be very tough to trade. Ideally, if gold can pull back in London, great, you get amazing, you get more buys into the New York session. Thanks, Aaron. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for tuning in. Not the best 5-minute close here at NQ. Let's see. If you re-break this low, you'd probably be managing. That's stream. Good to have you back, Chris. Stepped away for a long time, ready to be back in. Good to have you back in, man. Good to have you back in. Hope you're doing well, man. As soon as you say dad's stream, I know exactly who you are. So there's a few different Chris's here, but as soon as you say dad's stream, I'm like, I know. Have you still been trading in the background, Chris, or do you just take a bit of a break completely? I mean, break's always good, man. Markets go nowhere, streams go nowhere, so a mental reset and a break is always good, man. It can always help. Nice little squeeze here, thank you. Have you ever contemplated watching Order Flow Bookmap? I used to watch Bookmap, man. I used to have a look at the Bookmap. It can be a useful tool. I just feel like my liquidity levels on gold tell me enough that I didn't really take that much value in it. So I plan to play this up into some highs here. But it has, it has its purpose. Yeah, the issue is Bookmap is you second guess more. That's the thing. It's just something else to look at. It's like I don't really need to reinvent something that, my price action liquidity levels on gold hit very well. It's like I didn't really need to kind of overcomplicate it. But you can definitely look at it if you find it helps. I find my liquidity levels are pretty good on gold. That, yeah, if I just kind of focus on that, it's good enough for me. Much better now. Definitely missed a whole lot. Took a break. Kept franchising. Want to get better at it. So needed the mental break and time to reset. It's good, man. It's good. It's good. A mental reset and a break is always good, man. You always got to remember these markets are going nowhere. So a break is good. I say to everyone, if you're having a tough time in trading or you feel like you're struggling, take a break. Walk away for a week. Detach from the markets. These markets are going absolutely nowhere. Neither are these streams. So a break is always good, man. But yeah, I know a lot of people who do use Bookmap and swear by it, which is great. It's all about finding what works for you, man. Had a week from work, took that time to not trade as well. Yeah, nice, Patrick. It's amazing, man. It's good. I honestly love hearing when you guys take breaks. Just taking a break or a couple of days off is fantastic. So if this was the same way I was trading gold, guys, you're coming back up into this resistance, I'd probably be looking to manage risk soon here. I'm treating this the exact same way as I would trade gold. You came down for that 30-minute liquidity grab. You have previous 30-minute highs, which is pre-London highs. You had a nice 15-minute liquidity grab, and then you had a nice 5-minute fake out play. So exactly the same reasons to take this trade as we would trade gold. Exactly the same thing. You can trade gold, you can trade NQ, you can trade ES, we can trade currencies, you can trade whatever it is that you want to trade. What is that line? This line here was just a 30-minute support level. The main reason for this trade was a 30-minute liquidity grab. 30-minute liquidity grab and a nice grab the lows and a bullish closure here pre-London. Looking for this candle to keep pushing up into these pre-London highs. Nice little trader so far. We'll see. I like you trading NQ. Nice. I get a little bit scared trading NQ. Not as confident trading NQ as I am gold, that's for sure. I don't trade it enough. Shows you have a good strategy. Absolutely, man. Although every product has its own quirks, a good strategy, I believe, can make you profit in any market. Yeah, absolutely, man. It's absolutely. You might have its own little intraday characteristics, but overall, it's the same principles. The fake outs, like I said, the fake outs, the morning stars. Like this is a 5-minute fake out, 30-minute liquidity grab, hourly liquidity grab. Exact same thing. Exact same thing. Copper have a nice pullback. Nice. We'll have a look at copper as well. Markets are starting to get some movement. I don't really keep runners in London. London is very rarely the start of a trending move. I mean, yeah, it depends. Like, I won't actually set a hard TP here. I kind of want to see how we act around these highs. But yeah, you might lock in some gains and see if you can run. The TP on NQ is the analysis that we gave at the start of the stream for price to come back up into this big zone here, which is a big breakout level, and you also have a massive liquidity level here. So the main target on NQ, not that I believe it's going to come in the London session, but for you guys who are trading into New York, is 24,900 and these previous highs from the 24th of September. That's the main liquidity target here. And it's just scalping it on the lower time frame. If you don't mind, tell us about losing accounts. We can learn from it. Definitely, man. Definitely. There's plenty. Main reason for losing accounts is either trying to build up too big of a buffer and getting too glued to your P&L, or not leaving enough of a buffer. So you kind of have to find that sweet spot. You know, take out payouts every now and again just to keep yourself mentally in check. That's what I like to do. Let's see if we can get a little bit off here. Actually, wait there. I'll do there. Let me get rid of that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go. Okay, he just spiked the highs there. Just closed a decent amount. Like I said, it's just a little forward test here on NQ whilst gold's peaking some all-time highs. Stuck in a big range here on gold. Nice little NQ scalp there. Nice little 60 ticks. That'll do. I'll take it there. Not the biggest of trades in terms of dollar amount, but a very nice, same principles. What was that? A nice 60 tick trade. 5-minute fake out. A 30-minute liquidity grab. Pre-London highs. Job done. Also a nice 1 to 3 risk reward in 10 minutes. But like I say, guys, just a combine trade because I don't trade NQ very often. Sometimes it's nice just to have a look because, like I say, we have been watching NQ more, and I've been seeing some very nice moves on NQ. So I will try and get confidence to trade NQ on my XFAs more. But as of right now, you know, I'll just trade it on the combines. But yeah, same analysis and principles of the way that we trade gold. Hourly liquidity grab, 5-minute fake out, pre-London highs, and 30-minute liquidity grab. If you hold and run is great, but I mean a 1 to 3 in 10 minutes is very, very, very nice. What have we got to go now? What have we got to go? 3,280. Gonna call it a day to New York. Nice, good job, man. Good job. Beautiful work. Beautiful work. For me, it's all about managing my emotions. Yeah, absolutely, man. It's the hardest part. I would see a little bit of red and just close because I didn't want to see it. I saw a little bit of green and wanted a home run and just watched it tank. Definitely learned to control the emotions and trade in front of you. Yep, that's it, man. I let things play out. Absolutely, man. It comes with time, though, you know. I think we're too hard on ourselves to try and be so emotionless and so numb to trading so quick. But it takes time to become numb to trading. You know, it takes time. It takes time. It takes, you know, that's why I would say to you guys, start off small, you know, risk $100 and, you know, take the $500 payouts and, you know, you'll scale with time. But the worst thing you can do is, you know, execute and just sit there and watch it. It's one of the worst things you can do, especially if you're trading gold on like the 30-minute or the hourly. If you trade on the hourly or 30-minute and you sit there and watch every single up and down tick, gold wants to shake you out of the position. Gold wants you to get scared before the real move comes in. That's what the markets love to do. Obviously, I'm sitting here watching it with you guys, but when I'm not streaming with you guys, you know, if I'm trading gold on the 30-minute, I'm executing on the 30-minute, and I'm walking away for 30 minutes. And I'm letting the trade do its thing. Letting the trade breathe, let the trade play out. Sometimes in the earlier days, you know, you don't want to refine too much. You want to have your entry, have your stop, and have your TP, and just let the trade play out. Gain that data before you try and refine too much. Everyone on the in the earlier days is so focused about having the perfect entry with the perfect risk to reward and the perfect exit. Refinement comes with time. You want to work on getting consistent before you work on trying to have the most refined plan. Yeah, that's it, man. Yeah, if you micromanage it, you're just going to, especially with gold, you're just going to punt the trade before it ends up doing what you want. And then that's when you end up going on tilt because you cut your trade because you're too scared It ends up doing what you want, and then you start chasing. That's the whole kind of psychology thing here on in the markets. Nice little inverse head and shoulders here on copper. Look at this, left shoulder head, which is the liquidity grab, right shoulder, nice squeeze up. So yeah, this isn't a bad level to see if you can find some support here on copper. Thing is though, you did tag some highs pre-London, and you're finding resistance and closed bearish. So you're in a little bit of a range here on copper. Let's just see if NQ still running. Back of them pre-London highs there on NQ. Get out of trades early so often. Yeah, the main reason people cut trades too early is they literally just sat there watching every single up and down tick. But it's like if you're focusing on the 30-minute, hourly, or 15, it's like, you know, have your execution, have your stops, set your alerts, and walk away. Sometimes they're the best trades. You know, you can get to a point where you want to scalp the 5-minute like this, you know, maybe later down the line, but don't try and focus on refining too much. I've wasted a lot of time in trading trying to over-refine, trying to get the perfect risk reward with a quote-unquote sniper entry. The crazy thing about trading is you're only comparing yourself to yourself the day before. Exactly, the dollar value each day and how close you are to a payout doesn't matter. But it gives you that mental cage, like, I passed so much faster before. Yeah, 100%, 100%. My first couple of days I smashed so quick, and I've been on this current combine for like a month and a half. That's amazing. That's awesome. That's always the same. Yeah, 100%, man. Absolutely. Great trade. Thank you, man. Thank you. How you was dealing with dopamine on the beginning of full-time trading? I don't know if I really dealt with like dopamine, because I've already been trading for like 2 years. But the thing with like full-time trading is you still need to, you know, approach the markets in the same way. Like if you sit here and watch it all day long, you know, you're going to spend way too much time on the charts. You're going to end up making stupid decisions, and you're going to end up losing money. Trade the same you do now to if you were part-time. Full-time trading doesn't mean you're sat on the charts for 6 to 7 to 8 to 10 plus hours a day. Most people do that. They trade Asia, then they trade London, then they trade New York. And they end up taking like so many trades in every single session, and why they're not making money. Your goal in trading isn't to trade every single session, every single day, and be on the charts trying to catch every single market move. Your job is to catch your piece of the pie for the day and close the charts. Do you think we have a reversal for which market, man? But again, I don't know which market, but I don't really think. Try not to think too much. In terms of, you mean like NQ or gold, just let the candle close, confirm it, and then trade it. Try not to think too much. And certainly don't think about reversals, especially for gold. I don't know if you're talking about gold or NQ. But if you're looking at NQ, do I think this is a reversal? I have no reason to think that the market's going up or down. The markets are going up. You know, I could have thought this was a reversal here, tried to short, and then got squeezed out. But when you're breaking some new highs in the higher time frame, this pullback to me is a fantastic opportunity to keep buying. I don't think, oh, this is going to be the highs and London's going to have a huge pullback. If the higher time frame broke out, cool, I'll take my sells. But on the lower time frame, I know you're at previous 30-minute lows, which would have been a great buy. I know you have some support here in a 5-minute fake out. Trade what's right in front of you. Try not to think too much. Try not to think too much. All right, YouTube guys, I'm going to keep it short and sweet here today, guys. It's Monday. Had a nice little 1 to 3 scalp here in NQ, only on a combine. I don't really want to be trading my funded accounts when gold's at all-time highs. I don't want to start trading NQ for the sake of it. So we'll keep it short and sweet here, guys. Remember, we'll be back here live again tomorrow. Hopefully, the markets will be nice. And gold's having a bit of a pullback, which is great. If gold can pull back more, fantastic. You could get some more continuation buys into the New York session. But great start to the morning, guys. You have my levels and analysis for the day ahead. And I'll see you guys same time again tomorrow. Trade safe, guys. Remember, it's only Monday. We have all week to take some great trades. And I'll see you guys same time again tomorrow. Trade safe. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.